I don't even remember sleeping with the guy who intentionally infected me.
If you get an STI, STD, you don't know who you got it from, you got your Bob curse mark, my nigga.
Hey, men don't go to the doctor. That's why there's a huge HIV epidemic right now.
All alone, and I see what a guy said, 35 women.
You guys better not be acting on all of your urges. You better be safe.
Areas with the highest HIV cases in New York. New York, the beating heart of America.
Tonight I found out that my local CVS in Arlington, Texas no longer carries HIV prevention or HIV treatment medication.
20 million people living with HIV were living because of PEPFAR funding.
20 million people aren't going to get their medication for HIV.
If you move from Jamaica, Jamaicans, if you move from Jamaica to the United States and live in New York, you live in New York already, be careful.
Areas with the highest HIV cases in New York. New York, the beating heart of America. But behind its glittering skyline and vibrant culture lies a much darker truth. These numbers are heartbreaking. Number 5, Staten Island, Richmond County, NYC. 1,800 cases in 2025. Queens County, NYC.
How much?
A staggering 16,000 cases. Manhattan.
Woo! 16,000 cases? That's where I'm from. It's not Queens get the money anymore. It's Queens get the AIDS. We got to be more careful. Strap it up, y'all. That's not even the worst. Manhattan, number 3.
New York County, NYC. 26,500 reported cases. The
Bronx.
It's crazy out there.
That's the Bronx dirt to make you going.
Bronx County, NYC, around 28,000 cases.
If number 2 are 28,000, how much are number 1?
Number 1, Brooklyn, Kings County, NYC, with approximately 36,000 HIV cases.
This is wild. This is wild. New York City, I think it has more numbers than Atlanta, right? Well, the entire city is big, but each borough, almost each borough, was like, Staten Island was low, 500, but Brooklyn and Bronx, wrap it up. Come on, y'all. Please protect yourselves. Please.
So I had just learned about this T-app. And on this T-app, I was scrolling along and I see what a guy said, 35 women. 35 women learned that they had HIV by messing with one guy. Now I hear that some people say that this app is going to be deleted. But this is a messed up. This is insane to go on the app, post your man and learn that he done gave you HIV right along with 34 other women. That's insane. Y'all gonna have to learn how to keep y'all cooches to yourself. Get you a toy, baby. Get you something. But this day and age, these motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you. All you gonna be knowing is you gonna be burning from some. And I'm just letting you know right now to just play it safe or just stay to yourself. Ain't no harm but staying to yourself. Go get your.
That's the problem. I want the big guy.
I need a big boy. Give me a big boy.
That's all they worried about. They want to feel it raw and they want the big one. I just made a video the other day. They're walking around snatch smelling. That's probably why. Snatch is smelling because they got the HIV or some other diseases. That'll leave you smelling. Like anybody out there celibate, be very happy. Seriously. This is a great time to celebrate not dealing with modern women. Seriously. Because of course, more men have it. You know, the gay men. But still, you ladies are all sleeping with the same guy, which is the one that's giving it to you. And the man she just showed looked like he played for the other team.
Because I'm telling you, that's insane. That shit is insane. I'm gonna go on the app, post my man, and then hell, I'm 35 women got HIV from one man.
Yeah, wrap it up.
The last person that tested your man was his pediatrician. Okay, men don't go to the doctor. That's why there's a huge HIV epidemic right now.
It wasn't my fault.
It's never your fault. Centered in like New York and
It's
I want to say
not
Philadelphia, but don't hold me to that. And you guys are just out here just like you guys. This is HIV. HIV. There's probably some people who don't even know they have it. Have you been checked? I can almost guarantee you haven't. Yeah. Yeah.
something to wish on anybody. You can almost guarantee they have it. Don't say nothing like that, but she's probably right. To be honest, she's probably right. Because people don't care. We have to start, we need more people that care. 2026 is here. 2026 is here. It's time to care. 26 is here. Time to care. Come on, y'all. Don't you dare. Let somebody get in your underwear when they probably don't care. It's the same guy that you're all going to share. You're sharing a disease
that need to be said again and again with fierce conviction.
Let somebody get in your underwear when they probably don't care. It's the same guy that you're all going to share. Stop it. Get some help.
The night I got HIV, I was blacked out drunk. But my story doesn't begin there. People hear HIV and think it was just one reckless moment. But for me, it was a long, painful pattern. I was abused as a child by someone who was supposed to protect me. So by the time that I was a teenager, I was carrying pain and shame that I didn't know how to name. And I also didn't know how to process because it's something that no one knew about. I never felt like I could tell anybody about what I experienced at the hands of my great-grandfather. So I turned to alcohol. Alcohol helped give me what I needed at that time, and that was to escape. The thing is that even though I was a victim, I felt like it was my fault. I felt utter disgust for myself. I really believed that nobody would ever love me because of what I experienced. I turned to alcohol to just silence those thoughts that just literally tormented me day and night. And it became a cycle. It became a vicious cycle. I would drink, black out, wake up hating myself because I don't remember what I did or what I said, and then do it all over again 2 to 3 days later. So on the night that I acquired HIV, I was blackout drunk.
Whose fault is that?
I don't even remember sleeping with the guy who intentionally infected me. However, that night did not happen in isolation. It was the result of years of pain that I hadn't healed, I hadn't addressed, that I never talked about, and a toxic relationship with alcohol that grew out of that pain.
It was the
I
alcohol.
don't expect anyone to understand unless they themselves have gone through something so traumatizing that the only way that they can survive is by escaping. Now I'm learning how to face the things that I tried to forget. And God is really healing roots, not just a symptom. For the first time in a long time, I finally feel alive and not just surviving. I hope that answers your question. God bless.
This is her name, Miss Carolina. Sure, this is how drinking led me to the HIV, abuse, HIV, NYC. We got to be more careful.
Racketing, you guys better not be acting on all of your urges. You better be safe. I keep seeing the warnings from the professionals that work in the medical field saying the HIV transmission rates are skyrocketing. Don't act on all your urges. Be safe and
Man. And guess where this girl is from? HIV for you page. NYC. We got to be more careful. No, seriously. Come on, y'all.
Wrap it up.
The whole New York City has the numbers of 4 or 5 different states. The whole New York City is like Atlanta. Well, no, Atlanta, they have a lot of different counties. Yeah, it's high out there. I can't lie. No, we're not competing with Atlanta. Because like each county has like 16,000 and it's just going from that county and that county. But still, we shouldn't be competing with Atlanta. We shouldn't be competing with anybody because all of you should be taking care of yourselves. This is the issue, right? We can't look and point fingers and say, oh, at least we're better than them. Because that's what I got caught up in doing just now. We all need to be more careful, right? But seriously, people need to have a healthy fear of this thing. There should be a healthy fear. I remember when I was in high school, and I talked about that story so many times. I gave blood, and the people that had it had to sit on the other side of the bench. I've known people when I was working in cable vision. I was like around 25, 26 years old that passed, who probably got out of high school. Probably one of the ones in high school that had to sit on the bench. Actually, it was a girl from my high school. Don't want to say her name, but she passed. I remember she was rather reckless. She hung with a rather reckless crowd. And when I think about it, I didn't see any of them around too much. I've been seduced by people from that crowd. But I made sure with everything, I wrapped it up. You never know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But check this out.
Tonight I found out that my local CVS in Arlington, Texas no longer carries HIV prevention or HIV treatment medication because of RFK's new mandates. They didn't text, they didn't email, they didn't warn me. For 2 weeks, my Discovery said on the way in the app, even though they already knew they'd pulled it. I took my last pill this morning. I can drive to downtown Dallas tomorrow to pick mine up, but what about the people who can't? People without cars, without gas money, without time off work, without the emotional bandwidth to fight through a pharmacy that won't even tell you that your meds are gone. That's who I'm thinking about tonight. This is how rights disappear, y'all, quietly, pharmacy by pharmacy. So please, call your pharmacy, check your refills, and share this video. People need to know this is happening right now. What timeline are we fucking on? Are we done yet?
And you know, people are saying the Trump administration is doing this. But even my wife said today, and I said it myself, we need to be more responsible. Now, this guy obviously is a gay dude, right? Got to be more careful. The 70s did this. The 70s, free love. Woo! When free love came in, right after that, think about it. Free love came in, and then right after that, we saw Magic Johnson make the statement. I know you guys remember that. Right after free, he participated, and he got all of the free love. He was in LA too. He got all of the free love. I saw this as a child. Scared me half to death. I said, what's that? My mother said, well, HIV is this, this, and this. I said, oh, you can die. I said, death sentence? Seriously. That's all I need to hear. Death sentence? You can die? But let me tell you what happened, right? People got so comfortable because they saw him still living, right? They said, oh, now it's known you can live to be 80 years and live a regular life. Everybody. So what happened? A lot of people were getting, I looked it up, right? It's around 3,000 to 4,000 to live with treatment per month. It's very expensive. So if Trump cuts that medication,
Just looks at us like this, and she's like, did you know 20 million people aren't going to get their medication for HIV? She was like, I don't know what to do. I just found out. I don't know what to do. My friend just called me and I just found out. Like, I'm an artist. I'm going to try to call and like get some fundraisers going. And I was like, okay, like, let us know. Like, I don't know what to do either. And it just felt like one of those, like if the building was on fire, I would like grab everyone and be like, we have to go this way. Like, you break the fourth wall a little bit. Something about this, like, yeah.
20 million people living with HIV were living because of PEPFAR funding. So if that funding went away entirely, all 20 million of those people would be expected to die within the next 6 or 7 years.
Guys, I've been hearing there's a lot of HIV going on. A lot of people not protecting themselves, having war-dog sex out there. I take care of myself. I don't gotta worry about myself. But I'm saying, like, I guess to stay safe, like, it's better just date like disabled girls, because, you know, they're not going out there like that. You know, a girl that's like in a bed, like, that's bedridden, like, you know, she's gonna take care, so she's gonna be healthy and she don't have any diseases, you know?
Prevention. The Trump administration has proposed to end the Ending HIV Epidemic initiative. The CDC is losing funding for HIV prevention too. This means that infection rates and deaths caused by HIV are most likely gonna rise. I work in HIV. I work in HIV prevention, and yes, I'm nervous. Clinics everywhere are losing funding. It's a dark time. People living with HIV are going to lose access to their medication. I am using my platform to spread the knowledge that I've acquired during my time working in HIV prevention, because I don't know what the future of HIV prevention looks like. Like this video, follow for more sexual health and HIV prevention content, share it with people who do care about sexual health.
So, you know what I just thought about? And this is going to boggle y'all mind, right? You remember when they talked about the walking zombies and the walking dead, right? You know how everything in movies, sometimes the higher ups use as a way to demonstrate what's going to happen in the future? Cook with me for a second. We stirring the pot. 20 million people walking around shriveled up. Come on now. Cook with me. Cook with me. We're making some barbecue right now. Think about it. Walking around like this, can barely move. Come on, you see it now. 20 million people walking around like it's not PCP. That's what I thought it was before. Guy on PCP was eating people. Of course, they're not going to be eating people. The movies, you know, they make it away. They're not going to be eating people, but they're going to be the Walking Dead. I remember I saw this girl in New York City, right? The girl that messed with Puffy in the back in the day. And she was all shriveled up. And she was fighting for her life. She couldn't eat. She was skinny. She wore pamper, but she was nothing but sticks. It's going to be millions of people like that. How many people is it in America? What, 300 million? Imagine 20 million wiped off the map. Just like that. Eugenics. Come on now. Who's with me? You know, some of you guys are woke out there. Eugenics. This is all by design. Think about all those people that they believe in eugenics. They practice it. The people that what? Those guys that purposely spread it. Do you think it's not connected? People that want to see the world burn. You think it's not connected? Who bigged up sexual freedom in society? My body, my choice. My body, my choice. My choice. My choice. That wasn't just for ladies. Also, what's the biggest community they support? My body, my choice. They support the gays. And who are the main ones spreading it? And who are the main ones they're getting it from? everything. See, at first, I felt like the content I was doing was wrong, right? Until I realized everything comes right back full circle to one person, the enemy. And the one who started feminism, the one that started free love, the one that started this all. Yeah, we're in spiritual warfare. Wake up, people. This is spiritual warfare we're in.
I wanted to come on here and make this video, but given the serious nature of what was brought to my attention over the weekend, I feel like it's really important that we talk about it. If you are a woman, or really honestly, if you are a person who is attracted to men, who sleeps with men, I need you guys to start getting checked more regularly. I'm going to say it again. If you are someone who is attracted to men, who sleeps with men, I need you guys to start getting checked more regularly. Over the weekend, something was brought to my attention and I was basically forced to send a hey girly text on someone else's behalf. Now, the reason that I was hesitant to make this video is because I personally don't like people who choose to make content, out of other people's pain. I just think it is weird and I think it is tacky. But because of, again, the nature of what we're talking about people's safety, this is important that we talk about. I'm gonna be very real with y'all. I don't believe that we take cheating seriously enough. Not only the psychological and the emotional factors of what that does to a person, but the fact that you can lose your life. You can literally lose your life if your partner is selfish. So they don't care about your feelings and how cheating would affect you. If your partner is so selfish that they don't even think to protect you from themselves, because here's the problem. You go ahead and you cheat and you choose to cheat with no protection, that's on you. But when you choose to cheat and not use protection and then go home to your partner and are still not using protection, that is not okay. You are now responsible for whatever happens to that person. It's one thing if you want to go ahead and catch something, okay, that you can't undo, that you can't treat. But you taking away the choice of your partner is up and it's crazy. Long story short, I was basically made aware of a group of guys that I had met, a few months back, that they had told us that they were there to celebrate a friend's birthday. They were actually there celebrating his bachelor party. And again, not to put out too many details to protect the privacy of everybody involved, but I know somebody who had engaged in, adult time with that particular person. And this particular person just got married over the weekend. Just got married over the weekend. This isn't the first time I've been involved in a situation like this. Now, this one, obviously, I'm not involved in the physical aspects of what happened for that situation, but I remember it was back in 2022 when I used to work at a major tech company. There was a man who I, thought was really, really cute at that time, and he was trying to spit at me while he was engaged. I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. That man was talking about flying me out to New York to go see him. He was going to fly himself down to Houston to come and see me. It was going to be a whole thing. Like, he's spending bread on me. Like, it was a whole thing. Knowing that he was getting married in like 2 months. He was going to go ahead and get married in 2 months. Now, he and I didn't do anything. We didn't even kiss. He had enough sense to say something before it went there. But what if I had? What if I had? Now, as far as that idiot that just got married this past weekend, okay, the one that decided to engage in reckless sexual behavior that weekend that I met them, all right? The reason that I'm making this particular video is because the fact that, again, he engaged in reckless sexual behavior and went back home to his fiance. Now, what is the likelihood of him using protection with his fiance? You've been engaged for a really long time. You've been together for a really long time. Using protection, if you haven't been using protection, okay, that would raise red flags now, wouldn't it? And the goal is to not get caught. What are the odds that he went home and got tested to make sure that he was straight? Because for me personally, I doubt very seriously that this is his first time. What are the odds that he went home and made sure that he was straight? He was fortunate that the person that he chose to do it with, again, is someone that takes very good care of themselves. But what in the event that that person had not taken care of themselves? Then what? Or again, we talk about risk of pregnancy. So it's not just about potentially sending, your fiance home, going home to your fiance, sleeping with her, and sending her home with something that she might not be able to cure, herpes, HIV, and, AIDS. Or shoot, even chlamydia that goes on untreated, you can become sterile for that. What if she wanted to have children later? Taking away all of her choices. The reason that all of that is an issue is it's not just about the STDs, it's also about children. What if you had messed around and had a baby? Now you're married, and child support, in the event that somebody else, decided they wanted to go ahead and put him on child support, as they should, that's now also his wife's responsibility, which isn't okay. Sleeping with men will literally ruin your life. Sleeping with men can literally ruin your life. It could kill you because they don't care to even protect themselves from getting sick. And it could kill you financially because they don't even care about the fact that they might have knocked somebody up and now they have responsibilities. So I am saying all of this to say, if you are a person, specifically if you are a woman, specifically if you are a Black woman who sleeps with men, please start getting checked on a regular basis. I'm talking about every 90 days. I don't care how long you've been with the person. Every 90 days, make it a point to go get checked, or at least twice a year. At least twice a year. For your own safety, okay? Go get checked. If you are a woman, or again, a person, period, all right? If you're a person and it is brought to your attention that you have engaged with somebody who is engaging with someone else, whether they're married or an exclusive relationship of some kind, and if you find that out, you need to say something. It is not fair to the person that they are doing that with. I get it's uncomfortable. I get you feel weird and gross and nasty about it. I get it. You need to say something. That person didn't give about their partner and took away their choices. You need to give them those choices back by informing them of what is going on so they can take care of their own body and take care of their life in general. To the woman that I had to send that message to, girl, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I really hope that you are doing okay, or as okay as you could possibly be, finding that information out so soon after you got married. But my hope for you is that you heal and that you are able to move on from this. You are so beautiful, and I just truly wish you the best. As far as all those men that were involved that night, fuck you, especially for trying to essentially make us accomplices to your, I would say do better, but at this point, I don't expect anything from y'all. I just don't.
You're cracking a lot of women, like you're cracking a lot of girls, and you contract syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, trichomonas, anything of the sort. That is your indication to chill the out. That is, you got your Bob curse mark, my nigga. I'm sorry. Like that's your indication to chill, right? If you're a girl and you're getting pregnancy scares and you don't know who could be the dad, or you've been cracking niggas at this time, you get pregnant, I don't know who the father is. That's an indication to chill out. That you don't know who in the roster could be the father, that is an indication to chill out. If you don't, if you get an STI, STD, and you don't know who you got it from, you got your Bob curse mark, my nigga. You got it. Like, congratulations. But you gotta chill. Like, some of y'all gotta know, like, all right, this thing it up. Y'all gotta know when enough is enough. Y'all is out here greedy, like, to the point where, how could you not know who the father? Like, how many times could you be having unprotected sex with people for you not to know who your father is? How could you get a disease or an infection from somebody and you don't know who you got it from? How many people are you cracking raw?
Wrap it up.